Hi guys, so let's have a look at Mr Tambourine Man from the Trinity Electric Guitar Grade 1 syllabus. I like this track. Again, relatively simple as long as you are making sure that you're strumming the right number of strings for the chords and that the notes within those chords are clean. A lot of the time when you're examining, you'll find, say somebody's playing a D, they'll play it pretty good, position will be good, but the back of the ring finger will be blocking that top string. So a lot of your chords won't be clean, and while you think they are, you'll be like, well, I'm putting the shape down, I'm playing all the rhythm right, it's all great. If you're doing a video exam, that's not going to come across well on the video exam. Just the camera's not really going to pick up that that's a nice clean chord, so it's going to be even harder for the examiner to give you the marks that they like to give you. Just going forward then, let's have a look at the shapes. Make sure, yes, that you are on the tips of each of those fingers, okay? You're bridging nicely over the top, so you've got that good shape like that, and that you're playing 4 strings for the D. And then you're going to leave, when you move to the A7, so this is the first line of the intro, you're going to leave that ring finger down and then just move the first finger towards your face by 1 string. Strum 5 strings for the A7 sus4, back to the D, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let everything ring its full length. So that first chord is a semi-breve or a whole note. It's going to last 4 beats. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you get into this rhythm, okay? So at this point, you're just going to make sure that you're counting it right. So the best way to do this, I'll just put the guitar down for a second. Let's put that there and press the tuner pedal. Silence that. Great. So the rhythm that we're aiming for is T, coffee, and T. So 1, 2, and 4. The 3 is silent, and it's silent because we're tying these 2 notes together. A tie is when you have a curved line between 2 notes of the same pitch, or 2, if it's the same chord, that would be the same thing. So we're just tying them together. And we use a tie when there's no other way to write that rhythm. So rhythmically, you could, if you really, really wanted to, write that as a crotchet, but it wouldn't technically be, it would be the same rhythm, but it wouldn't technically be written right, because we're trying to make rhythmic notation as easy as possible for the musician to look at it and go, yep, that's what it is, I can play that. So you're writing it in a way where it's either falling within the segments of the bar, the beats, or over the bar you might have to tie across, for instance, like that to another chord. So if that note needs to last over the bar line, you'd use a tie. So it's being used when there's no other way of doing it. So here your rhythm is T, coffee, and T. T, coffee, and T. Okay, and you strum it like this. So you're going to do down, down, up, down. Down. Oh, let's unmute that for you. Down, down, up, down. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. Okay, and you can play the G in 2 ways, really. I would say with this particular piece, you can either use 2, 1, and 3. Of course, you could use the pinky if you want, or you'd use 3, 2, and 4. Make sure that every chord lasts its full length, and that you're moving literally on the beat, okay? So you must be moving, you must be in sync with the track. So if you're unsure about that, I would play along to the main mix and see if you're staying in time with what Tom Fleming was playing. Okay, first time, second time bars. At the end of the first page in the chorus, you'll see there's a first time bar, okay, and a second time bar. So you get the 2 lines, that's 8 bars long. At the beginning of line 2, you get this, and at the end of line 3, in that second last bar of line 3, you get a repeat marking there. So you're going to play through those 8 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's your 8 bars. There is a first time marking here. So the first time through, you're going to play these 4, then repeat back to here. And then the second time, you're going to jump bar 8 and go to 8B. Obviously, that's not what the numbers are on there. You'd go 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 12B. So that would be the numbers in relation to what's on the page, but here you can see we're just laying it out. So this first time, second time. So first time through, second time through, jump over this bar and go to the second time bar. And the rhythm in that second time bar, be very careful, it changes. I've taught this a lot, and a lot of students get this wrong, and you have to remind them because muscle memory comes into play here, and what they end up doing is playing the same rhythm they were playing before. So in this second time bar, it's coffee, coffee, stop. And you have to do the rest, so there is a rest. So when you do the playthrough, or when you watch the playthrough in a minute, you'll see me do that. I'll just play that final line then. So coffee, coffee, stop. And you stop on beat 4. Your verse, basically the same, you're using the same chords in a slightly different order. But you are going to change the rhythm. So the rhythm now is a dotted crotchet. So that lasts 1.5 crotchet beats. And then you're going to play on the and of beat 2. So it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and another thing that you can do if you want is you could count it as quavers. So you could go 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5. And your strumming, you could either do down and then up, or you can do down, down. It's not going to make a massive issue to what mark you'll get. As long as the technique that you're using is not affecting your performance in a negative way, they probably won't make comment on it. In the second time bar of the verse, which is line 3 of that second page, page 7 in your book, you'll notice there are lots of accent markings under each of the A chords. An accent marking is shown, if we just draw a note here, by putting a sideways V above, or if the stem of the note was going up, below the note. And that just means just dig in, hit that hard. It's basically a really small dynamic marking, but it's specific to that note. So you're just going to dig in and then straight back to the chorus. So you'd be going like this on that last, on that third line. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5, dig, dig. And then back into your chorus. So let's just quickly discuss then, going back to the chorus and why we do that. We have a DSL coda in this piece, and the DSL coda is indicated at the end of that second time bar in the verse. So it's D dot S al coda. This means that the musician should go back to wherever they see this sign earlier in the piece. So that sign is going to be nice and big, and it's at the beginning of line 2, which is the chorus. You're going to go back to your chorus. You're going to play through the chorus again until you see the words to coda. And then you get that, we've discussed this before, but you get that little target sign. That then tells you to go to the very last line in the piece, which is called the coda, labelled outro. Okay, and then you do those 4. Oh, one other thing. At the very end of the piece, above the D chord, there is a fermata marking. That means a pause marking. Hold that chord, let it ring on until the rest of the track is fading out. You can then, if you've got a volume pedal, just pull that volume back on your guitar, or you could roll down the volume controls on your electric guitar itself to fade out with the track. Or just bring the hand down and do a rest at the same time as the track ends, and that'll be nice. Anyway, let's do the playthrough.